Alrighty, guys. Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is doing good out there. It's good to have you guys here for some early morning, or I should really say late coverage. Hope everyone's doing good out there, y'all. So, we still have a lot of nasty weather going on. The worst of it is over with, but we still have a lot of activity that is still kind of ongoing here. We still do have the active threat for tornadoes, hail, damaging winds, all of that concern here overnight. So we promised we're going to do some late night coverage. I did plan on doing this with you guys just so that we can have somebody at the night shift ready to cover these storms. But what's up, guys? Let's see what we got here. We have Sydney, we have Starshine, we have Infamous, we have Kat, Cheryl, Isaac, Ice Cream, Andrew, Polly. Let's see here. And, of course, everybody else who is here but just not chatting. Hope you guys are doing good. But anyways, yeah, earlier was definitely really crazy. It seriously was, which, you know, my hearts goes out to the family, or hearts go out to the family who are affected by the storms here. Let's see here. Did I hear about the possible EF4? I did not. But I know it was pretty bad earlier. But anyways, folks, so we do have a couple of storms going on right now. We do have one tornado warning in effect here for southeastern Tennessee. This is out there by Liberty Hill, Tennessee, including Englewood, including Bullet Creek, Etowah. Also, let's see here, Nonaburg. We got Bethlehem. Also, Stalky Mill. Included here in this severe thunderstorm warning. This tornado warning. This is also for quarter-size hail as well. So just a bit of a heads up there for you guys on that storm. So yeah, not only is there a tornado concern on this one, but there is a little bit of hail as well. So make sure you guys are in your shelters. You know, if you guys have a storm shelter, you know, a basement, you know, or, you know, just going to the lowest floor, the central portion of your home would be good overall. So yeah, just make sure you guys are inside of your shelter. How is Knoxville? Knoxville is chilling in a severe thunderstorm warning. We do have a 70-mile-per-hour tag on it, so potential for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter hail on it. I would make sure that you are, you know, away from windows, and if not, towards the central portion of your home would definitely be a pretty good idea. Just given the fact that, you know, we are seeing some really strong straight line winds on this storm here. So just make sure that you guys are watching this one pretty closely overall. You know, there's a lot of straight line winds on this line here that's kind of rolling through. So yeah. Let's see here. Blair says, I'm scared for my life of this storm. Try not to worry about it. I know it's a little scary. We'll get it. We'll get through it, guys. We're you know, on it. We're mostly through it. The worst of it is over with. There still is the threat, of course, that will continue to linger on. But a lot of the worst of it, you know, the moderate risk is over with for the most part. So we're good in terms of that. But, you know, once again, we still do need to be live for a little bit here tonight to cover the remainder of this event overall. How is Yazoo looking? Is that Mississippi that you're wanting me to look at? I'm not too sure which that is. I'm assuming Mississippi, but yeah, let me know if you could. Well, hello from Savannah, watching because my mom is in Greenville, Tennessee. Gotcha. Let's take a peek at Greenville. Let's see what we got going on here. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Greenville. So let your mom know that she's in a severe thunderstorm warning. This does have the tag for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts here in quarter hail. So there is going to definitely be some potential of some really strong winds on that storm. And of course, you know, a little bit of hail too cannot be ruled out. So yeah, just let her know that there is a pretty nasty storm rolling through. I'm sure she probably knows, considering I'm sure it's pretty loud. I'm pretty sure she could probably hear it, but just make sure she's away from windows and stuff, you know, just for her safety. But yeah, so that definitely is a pretty strong storm rolling through those regions there. How's Florence, Alabama? So there's really not much going on. Nothing severe-wise in Alabama right now. Florence is pretty chill. Not really a lot going on right now at the moment towards the Florence region. So let's see here. I did not hear about that cat. That's not good. let's see here. What about the hail and winds in Carrollton, Texas? They say 40% chance of severe weather between 4 and 8 p.m. So we do actually have a triple risk of enhanced risk here over the next couple of days. You guys can actually see that on the bottom here of my layout I made. So it's fully autonomous. So it fully updates by itself. Now, if we take a look at the outlook here for today later on, yeah, the Dallas region here later today does have that level 3 threat for severe weather across the Dallas-Fort Worth region here. So we'll definitely need to be weather aware out there. In terms of tornadoes, we do have a big 5% chance for tornadoes here. We do have, the 2% chance here extending into areas like Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, portions of Kansas overall. Damaging winds, large 15% threat, non-significant. What really gets you is the hail threat. And Texas is very used to having some large hail. And we are going to see, nothing different than that today. Potential for really large hail today up across the region. Whopping 30% significant risk for hail up across the Dallas-Fort Worth area here later today. And a really big hatch risk here, where that dotted black lines are. That's where we are seeing potential of significant hail, possibly 2-3 inches in diameter and larger. It could be a big concern here for later on today. Tomorrow, being the 18th, we do have another enhanced risk here across portions of Kansas up into northern Oklahoma. Tornado-wise, we do have a 10% significant risk, potential for significant tornadoes, EF2 greater, up across the yellow here, that we're going to need to be monitoring here for tomorrow, which I believe is going to be, on Saturday. Sunday. So Sunday we do have that 10%. Really big 5% does extend through Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, and even a little bit of like northeastern Colorado here. In terms of winds, 15% risk area there. And in terms of hail, once again, another big concern for hail, 30% chance, significant, and that really big hatch risk. So between today and tomorrow, definitely is going to be a pretty big hail threat. And so that's that. We haven't not updated our day 3, or I would say Monday's risk has not been updated as of right now. So that's why it shows enhanced at the current moment. Anyways, just thought I'd mention that real quickly with you guys. Let's see here. Let me take a look at some of these comments here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sydney. That's terrible. Hopefully everything's okay there. Let's see here. How's Chattanooga? Chattanooga's doing all right now. You can see here's Chattanooga on the radar. We do have a little bit of storms to the north. Nothing severe right now. But we do got to watch out for the region. We definitely do need to watch out towards Chattanooga. I'm not saying you guys will see severe weather, but, it certainly is possible. You can kind of see we do have a little bit of an outflow boundary going on here. A little bit of a gust front. Kind of working its way into the region here. We'll go ahead and pause it on the last frame. You can see that long little noodle there coming off the storm here. So that's essentially the cool downburst air kind of pushing out here in the storm. So, that's going to be rolling over the region here in a little bit. So I would count on some strong winds to occur once that line kind of approaches the region here. There is some storms developing within the region, but there's no active warnings for the Chattanooga area as of right now. So just keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Overbuilt says, hi, just check to see if you're on. It's just now starting to rain. Sound why I'm a little... Huh? Oh, windy. So we're in Kingston, Tennessee area. Gotcha. All right, let me pull up Kingston. I was like... Sorry, I'm not fully functionable. It's 3 in the morning here. Let's see here. Kingston. Is this Tennessee? We do... Okay, so we do have that tornado watch that's in effect still. But, yeah, the worst of it's kind of rolling through right now. There is no warning in place anymore for you guys. So yeah, the worst of it is over. I would still remain indoors though, just until the thunder stops. Remain indoors. Thunder roars, goes indoors. Basically, that's how it works. Let's see here. Yeah, earlier today was certainly really, really crazy. Is tomorrow supposed to be better or even worse than today? So, we had a moderate risk earlier with that 15 sig. We do not have an equivalent risk to today. I'm assuming you mean today and we mean Saturday. It's not forecasted to be as significant, although we still do have to be monitoring for the concern of tornadoes, hail, and winds later today. For later on this afternoon, evening. So yeah, definitely we do need to be weather aware still, but the threat shouldn't be as significant. All right, let's take a peek down here up in upper Mississippi. We got a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect here towards Amory. I think it's Amory, Okolona, Fulton, and Tupelo. We do got ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which has been observed apparently. Has been observed. Look at that. Wind threat observed. Does it say where? I guess not. But yeah, so 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny hail. So penny hail's not really going to do much, to be honest with you. Just be like, oh, look, there's hail. But yeah, nothing super crazy hail-wise. Just look out for those gusty winds. Stay indoors if you're in that storm. And stay away from windows, too, because lightning is a concern. You can see there's little lightning indicators here on the radar, so that is telling us that this is a pretty electrical storm. So just a bit of a heads up. We also do have a severe thunderstorm warning on a little bit to the west here in northern Mississippi, towards the regions of Giroux. We have Ruleville, also Doddsville included here, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter hail. So quarter hail is where it becomes severe. That is where it could potentially become an issue. And then we have another warning here to the east of that, also for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter hail, out here towards Coffeyville in Glendora. Also, Scobie as well, included inside of that as well. Then hopping away over here back into eastern Tennessee, we just have a big mess of severe thunderstorm warnings here. We do have one for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts out there by the Knoxville, Tennessee region here. So make sure you guys are indoors away from windows here. Also, Newport's included. Tusculum is included there as well. Gatlinburg. I've actually been there before. This one's also in a 70-mile-per-hour wind gust concern. So just a bit of a heads up there. We do have a relatively new warning that was issued ahead of the line here, starting to work its way into western North Carolina, which includes Mars Hill and Marshall. This one's for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. And, of course, we do have a tornado warning in effect still for Etowah towards Liberty Hill. Just a bit of a heads up for you guys. Englewood, Bethlehem, also Bullock Creek. This expires now. So you guys are good to come out of your shelter. There you go. So that's good news. So that is now been canceled, but we still got to watch out for tornadoes and stuff tonight. Like I mentioned, the threat's not over yet, so we do need you guys to be weather aware. All right, let's see here. When can Florence, Alabama sleep? Thank you for looking for me. No problem. So Florence, as of right now, we're pretty good. We're not in a watch or anything like that. To be honest with you, I think we're going to be relatively fine. I think you're good to go to sleep if you would like to. Actually, we just got as soon as I say we don't have a watch, they issued a watch. That's interesting. To be honest, yeah, you can go to sleep. Just make sure you have a way of receiving warnings. So say if a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning gets issued, just have a way to receive those warnings. Such as if you have a weather radio, make sure it's on. If not, a lot of weather apps have built-in alert features that will alert you if you have your location programmed in them. So just make sure you have a way to wake up if a warning is issued. That's what I would highly recommend. That is what I would recommend. So, but if you need to get some sleep, I get it. It's late. Go ahead, but just make sure you have that little protection. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Chelsea says Bulls Gap, Tennessee. What about Bulls Gap? You want me to take a look at it? Bulls Gap, Tennessee. Let's see here. Alrighty. So we are not in any warning right now. You guys are behind the line. Yeah, so there's the line of storms here, and you guys are behind it. So you guys are good. You guys are good. When it comes to it, the severe threat is over for you guys because, once you get hit by that line, the atmosphere restabilizes, essentially, in which basically, things calm down, once the line kind of rolls through. So you're good. You're good. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I didn't really hear much about that, Teresa, but I'm hearing about it a lot now. It's terrible. Hopefully everybody's okay. Austin says Bristol, Tennessee. Bristol is in a severe thunderstorm warning here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 0.75-inch hail, or equivalent to penny-size hail. The main line, though, as you can kind of see, has already kind of passed through Bristol, so the threat from here on out, the worst of it should be over with, but, for your safety, remain indoors because we do still have a bit of lightning activity in the region. So, lightning is still a concern, and so make sure that you are looking out for that, okay? Tabletop, what's up? I'm assuming you want me to look in North Carolina. Yeah, so let's take a peek real quick. So later today we're pretty good. Tomorrow we're pretty good. I mean, honestly, yeah. Tabletop, you're not at risk, man. You're good. You're chilling. Next couple of days, you're pretty good. As of right now, there is no update for Monday's risk yet because they still Monday's risk or day 3 is now day 2, which we do have this enhanced risk, which they did extend a little bit to the south. You can see. There was the previous outlook here, and then here's the new one. They did extend that slight risk a little further south here for Sunday. But yeah, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. A little bit of thunderstorms can't be ruled out, given that you have a thunderstorm risk, but yeah, nothing severe is expected. All right, Isaac says, hey, Andrew, earlier I got a severe thunderstorm watch. Radars weren't showing anything, so 2 hours later, they took the watch away with nothing even happening on the radars. Very weird. Where are you at, Isaac? Huh, that's interesting. This weather's crazy. It sure is, man, I tell you. It was pretty nasty earlier today. It really was. Let's see here. Ice Cream says, I'll just stay up till the storm passes. It looks like they're going south of Florence, but I could be wrong. Yeah, we'll have to just see. I mean, they do have a watch now in effect for those regions there. You can see we just got a new watch here for the central northern side of Alabama. So for my folks out there in Alabama, just heads up to you guys. Let's take a peek at the watch probability here. See what we got going on here. So in terms of the event here, tornado 2 possible, scattered damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour possible, and very large hail events 2 inches in diameter possible. So 2-inch hail, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and potential for a couple of tornadoes in that watch area there. So that is a brand new watch. Brand new watch they just issued there. So just a bit of a heads up there for you guys, okay? The watch continues also for, for portions of like north central, let's see here, north central Mississippi here as well. We do have areas like Greenwood, Starkville, Columbus, and the watch here as well. Yeah, same concern, 2-inch hail, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We also still have a watch here in effect for southeastern Arkansas. 2-inch hail, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and, yeah, tornado possible. So the watch area is pretty much the same. The severe thunderstorm watch area here is for those concerns. And in terms of the tornado watch here, this one is, here we go, here's the probability. So probability of 2 or more tornadoes is a 60% chance in the watch area. Probability of 1 or more strong tornado being EF2 to EF5, 40%. Probability of 10 or more damaging wind events, 70%. Probability of 1 or more events, upwards of 75 miles an hour, 40%. Probability of 10 or more hail events, 40%. 1 or more being 2 inches in diameter or greater, 30%. So, that is kind of what we're looking out there. Combined hail and wind threat, probability of 10 or more severe hail events. is a 90% chance overall. So we'll have to look out there for that. Gusts up to 75 possible, and large hail events up to 2 inches in diameter here overall. And of course, a few tornadoes being likely that we're still kind of watching out for. So that watch is still in effect here for a little bit longer, not too much longer for Tennessee. We do have 2 hours up here for northern Mississippi, which I feel like that threat's going to be relatively pretty much over with at this time, because you can kind of see how we have the line kind of pushing through, getting ready to exit the watch area here. So I would assume that that would be canceled relatively soon. I mean, it's still in effect here, so we still need to watch it, but shouldn't be too much longer before that does get canceled. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Anyways, so as of right now, we just have a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. They did cancel the one for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That is no longer there. So on the severe thunderstorm warnings here throughout like eastern Tennessee, working its way now into southwestern Virginia, we are mostly talking the concern here between, mostly wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour on these storms here. As well as hail ranging between essentially, penny hail 0.75 inches in diameter to quarter size, or 1 inch in diameter overall. So, anyways, I got you, Isaac. Kat says, how many tornadoes did Tennessee get so far from yesterday to today? Like 2 maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I can bring up the SPC's page because they do have the storm reports. We could take a peek at that. 26. Wow, dude. Holy cow, man. That is crazy. Look at that. So here's our today's storm reports. Here's the plot. We had a total of 26 tornado reports. We have a total of 548 damaging wind reports and a total of 338 hail reports. Goodness, that's pretty crazy. The map, let's see here. Here's the map. There we go. So you can see a lot of those tornado reports were mostly in like Indiana, Kentucky, like southern Illinois, southeastern Missouri. Yeah, so that's where a lot of the tornadic, activity was. I mean, yeah, SPC was pretty spot on there, because that's kind of right where that 15% risk was. Where they had where all this tornadoes were reported. The blue indicating those wind reports. You can see they've really been scattered throughout, not only like the Midwest, but also the Ohio Valley and into the Mid-Atlantic even. And, of course, our hail reports here, some up in Texas, up towards, like, Arkansas, Missouri, and then scattered throughout a lot of the Ohio Valley here. So we also did apparently have a tornado report today in southern New Jersey. You can see the long train of them here in Indiana. That is, likely just one long supercell that works its way through. But yeah, no, super active day. It was very, very active. So hopefully everybody is all right out there. Let's see here. Report strong large tornado. Yeah, I did hear reports of a lot of really nasty stuff going on there. We got reports of all kinds of large hail too. So yeah, just like I said, our thoughts are with the families that were impacted. Let's see here. Sydney says Indiana was brutal today. It was. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Not necessarily just tornadoes, but like I mentioned, the hail and the winds too. Yeah, it was certainly pretty nasty out there today. Let's see here. Saw a ton of 4-inch hail reports today. Wow, that's crazy, dude. What's up, Sonia? Let's see here. Jesus Loves You says, thank you for doing what you do. Praying for everyone who was affected yesterday by the storms. God loves you all. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. And yes, of course, I'll make sure to say my prayers for the people affected. And you guys should too. It could really help out. Okay, so we got a new warning, I believe. Is that what that means, or is it updated? Yeah, it looks like an updated warning. So this is for 60 mile an hour winds that's been observed here. This is east of Tupelo. We do have ourselves penny hail here. Yeah, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail overall. Let's see here. When will that storm hit Florence? Hard to tell, man. So the models suggest, like the HRRR suggests, the kind of a line of storms rolling through the region here fairly early. Kind of shows like 4 or 5 a.m. Eastern, roughly. Yeah, the HRRR here. Let's go to the recent HRRR run here. Let's go to this 06 Zulu. See what we're looking at here. So it does kind of, so the HRRR, the latest run, kind of does show some storms developing through the region, but you can kind of just see a long line that just continues to work its way to the south here. Rare says, war is Morristown, Tennessee. Let me pull it up for you. Morristown. You guys. Okay, Morristown's actually pretty good at this point in time. So, you can see, so there's Morristown right here. Here's the line of storms in which the line is now moving away from you. It is moving relatively here to the southeast overall. So, the worst of it is over with at this point. And since the line has passed through you, essentially, you know, the atmosphere is now restabilizing behind the line. So yeah, you're pretty good. Let's see here. That's terrible, David. That is, yeah, that's really terrible. I hate to hear it, man. That's rough. Alright, so let's do a little bit of an update here, guys. So, we are watching a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings up in, like, the north-central side of Tennessee. Or, did I really call Mississippi, Tennessee? Mississippi. We do got a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings here. We're watching one east of Tupelo for 60-mile-per-hour winds that's been observed, apparently. Also, penny hail. So, also we have Grenada included in a warning here on the western side for Ruleville and Drew. Also, Doddsville included here. This is also for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. So just a bit of a heads up there for you guys. Then, of course, we're watching this widespread mess here in the eastern side of Tennessee, now working its way into western North Carolina. So in terms of these warnings here, some of the one of them just expired here. Yeah, this one over here just expired for the Greenback area. Tallahassee, Maryville area, that one's now been expired. But, yeah, actually, I think all of these warnings here are yeah, so some of those just expired. All these warnings are for, like, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here, as well as mostly between nickel size and quarter size hail. So 0.88 inches is nickel size hail, and 1 inch in diameter is quarter size hail overall. Let's see. How is Texas tonight, says Polly. So Texas, there's really not much going on right now, as you can kind of see. I mean, we have a little bit of precipitation going on out by, like, San Antonio, but really not much going on. Yeah, you guys are pretty chill, but later today, we do need to be weather aware. You know, especially towards, like, the Dallas-Fort Worth area here. We do have ourselves an enhanced risk here for later today, in which we do have a decent potential for tornadoes. I mean, given a pretty big 5% chance area here, and a relatively large 2% chance extending around that 5% region. Also damaging winds, and by far the main concern is going to be hail. Potential for significant hail, 2 inches in diameter and greater overall. So, summary, severe thunderstorms producing large to very large hail, damaging gusts, and a couple of tornadoes are expected across southern plains. Additional severe storms are possible across the northeast. So that is going to be up in the northeastern U.S. too, which we do have a little bit of a slight risk going on out here. So kind of two regional areas here of severe weather. Tornado-wise, we do have a 2% chance up here in the northeast as well. 15% wind threat and a 15% hail threat. So yeah, we need to be weather aware up there as well. Let's see here. What's up, Brandy? Hope you're doing good. Brandy says the tree across the street got hit by lightning yesterday and exploded. Wow, dude, that's crazy. You know, that's really why we need to still be indoors, even if it's lightning outside. You know, if you have lightning and thunder outside, you still need to be indoors because, you know, lightning is a concern on its own, you know. Is that trying to hook? Hold on a minute. Let's grab radar here. Okay, I think that was just the radar that we were looking at. Playing tricks on us. So we do got 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts on that storm, though, by Ruleville in northern Mississippi. So heads up to you guys. So yeah, 60-mile-an-hour winds and nickel-size hail. So heads up to y'alls. What's this? Flash flood warnings for eastern Kentucky. Yeah, we've been having a lot of rain roll through these regions here. You can see a lot of the bulk of the rain here is going through like eastern West Virginia, like western Virginia now. Yeah, we got some storms out there working its way into southwestern Virginia too, and western North Carolina. Man, I keep calling states by their non-names. I tell you what, man, that's what happens at 3 in the morning. Brain doesn't necessarily brain too easily. Let's take a peek at satellite view. We're going to hop to infrared here. That can't be right. No, that's 15. Let's try east. No, that's out of date. Hold on, let's bring up another sat. Yeah, apparently that one's out of date. Let's get one that's in date here. There you go. That's in date currently. Yeah, I mean, you can really see the deep convection still going on here. Let's do regional southeast view. Yeah, just look at the... Wow, look at that, man. From earlier, you can just see just how everything just exploded. Goodness. Yeah, it's still going pretty well. Still is going pretty good. Let's see here. Brandy coming in with a $3 Cash App donation. Thank you. Saying thank you for your help. I appreciate it, Brandy. Thank you for the $3 on Cash App. I appreciate it. Y'all in chat, please give Brandy a big thank you for the contribution. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, my friend. That's very, very sweet of you. But yeah, no, certainly is pretty crazy out there, man. I tell you. Let's take a peek at water vapor. Yeah, and so something I want to point out here, as you can see, here's the main mass, and you can see just how much it dries up behind the line. You know, it's that drier, cooler air mass pushing through. You know, the atmosphere really restabilizes once you essentially, you know, once that air from behind pushes through. But yeah, you can still see there's a lot of activity still going on there on satellite view as well. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, man. I don't know why satellite's a little out of date on that one. All right, looks like we got a new severe thunderstorm warning south of Florence, Alabama. This includes Phil Campbell, also including Moulton and Red Bay, Littleville, and Vina. You guys are inside of a severe thunderstorm warning here for the next hour for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Let's see. Yeah, Brandy, St. Louis did get hit hard. I did see we had a confirmed tornado out there in St. Louis earlier today. Yeah, they certainly did get hit pretty hard. Also, I believe there was some, like, 2-inch hail observed out there. 2-3-inch hail out there. That was observed as well. Let's see here. Bella. Let's look at a zip code real quick. Gotcha. Let's pull it up real quick. See what we got going on here. So you're pretty clear as of right now. You can see, I mean, we still do have that 20 to watch, but the line has kind of pushed through. There's likely not going to be any more activity after this. So later today we do have a marginal risk for severe weather. So I mean we can't rule out necessarily a severe thunderstorm or two. The odds are not necessarily super high, but we cannot rule it out. Also for day 2, which is going to be Sunday, we also do have a level 1 threat as well. So today and tomorrow we do need to be weather aware. The new day 3 outlook has not came out yet, so whenever that does come out, then we'll look at it, but has not yet been released. Railfan wants me to look at a zip code. Yeah, I got you. Let's take a peek real quick, see what's going on over here. So today we do have a marginal. Tomorrow we have a marginal too. So between today and tomorrow we do have a marginal risk for those regions. So those areas should be weather aware. As of right now, it's pretty clear for these regions for the most part. Really not a whole lot of activity going on right now towards the Atlanta region. So, yep, no problem, Bella. I got you. But anyways, so that's that. Let's go ahead and hop back over here. We do have a new warning for the western side of Alabama, including Vernon and Sullivan. So I think that's how you say that. Also Detroit, not Michigan. This is Detroit, Alabama. Don't want to confuse anybody here. So this one is also for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Definitely looks like we have a little bit of gusty winds on it. Yeah, you can see this little area where the velocity picks up a bit. That's actually going right towards the radar. Yeah, look at that. That's like tracking right at the radar. Yeah, heavy precipitation, and underneath all that, you can see where the velocities do pick up a little bit here. Yeah. Yeah, definitely could see some pretty strong gusts on that. Looks like it's coming down pretty good, too. The winds have been observed, actually. 60-mile-an-hour winds have been observed. I don't know if it's a local mesonet or just people estimating. Do I have my coffee? I do not. Let's see here. But anyways, yeah, so we'll keep an eye on those regions here. Let's take a peek back in Tennessee. So stuff is starting to leak its way into western North Carolina here. We have Mars Hill and Marshall inside of a severe thunderstorm warning here. This is quarter hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. It's a pretty ongoing thing. It seems like a lot of these storms are starting to wane down a little bit into the realm of like 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, but still potential for stronger wind gusts in these areas here. We're still watching. But currently, yeah, these are for 60. Also, nickel-size hail in this one out here too. What's up, Hoops? Hope you're doing good, man. Saying, hey, hope you're doing well today. I'm doing all right. I'm a little tired. I'm a little sleepy. It's been a long day, man, I tell you. But I hope you're doing good as well, man. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. So, yeah, later today, guys, once again, heads up towards the Dallas area. If you guys know anybody out by Dallas-Fort Worth area here, a lot of central, northeast Texas. Give them a heads up here. Where you guys see the dark green, that's the first level of severity regarding severe weather. So if you're across the dark green, that's a threat for severe weather. It's a level 1 marginal. Then you go into level 2 slight risk here in the yellow, so a little bit greater probability for severe weather, including essentially, potential for stronger storms as well and greater probability. And then, of course, we do have the level 3 threat, the maximum level for later today up across, the Dallas-Fort Worth area here, which, significant hail is kind of the main concern, with that large 30% hatch risk for hail overall. So, we're certainly going to need to be weather aware 15% non-significant wind gust threat here. So mostly winds between 60, 70 miles an hour later today, this evening. This is for later this afternoon and evening, by the way. And then lastly, tornado-wise, we do have a 5% chance towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area here. So, a couple tornadoes are going to be possible. And across the green here, a relatively small 2% chance for tornadoes, which, we can't rule out an isolated tornado or two across some of those regions here. But yeah, so nothing not expected to be as significant as it was earlier today. Because earlier today we had that 15 sig tornado risk here. This is a 5% non-significant risk for later today. So shouldn't be as active. What's up, Renita? Saying hi, Andrew. Hope you're doing good, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, Hoops. It was pretty. It was pretty nasty out there, man, I tell you. Let's see here. I wonder when that new day 3 outlook comes out. When does that come out? Let's take a peek at that real quick. Oh, that's interesting. Apparently, they have it as severe, labeled as severe. Usually it's... I think they're in the process of updating it right now, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, new day 3 outlook will be out. Yeah, it should be out any time. Literally should be out at any time right now, so we'll see. We'll see. It should automatically update on our day 3 thing that you guys see down, day 1, day 2, day 3. I made that completely autonomous, so it should just update whenever we get our new risk out there. Renita, welcome to Tropical Storm Team. I appreciate the support. Thank you, Renita. It's very sweet of you. And welcome aboard, my friend. Thanks, Renita, for your support. I appreciate it. Hoop says ready for the summer where hopefully we can just enjoy the weather without worrying about severe weather. Yeah, but you know something? Unfortunately, once we have severe weather season, right, we go from a lot of active severe weather. We go from severe weather season, and once that starts calming down, guess what starts happening? We start getting active tropics, unfortunately. Y'all realize hurricane season is only 13 days away. It's close. Very close. So we do need to look out there for that. Renita, coming with a $5 super chat as well. Thank you, Renita. Saying, how am I looking, my friend? First of all, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, Renita. You guys in chat, please give Renita a big thank you for the support. It helps keep us afloat. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much, Renita. So, Renita, you are in a level 1 marginal later on here for today. So we do need to be weather aware. Tornado-wise, we do not have a concern as of now for today. We do have a 5% wind threat and a 5% hail threat. Potential for gusty winds upwards of 60 miles an hour. And in terms of hail, between mostly 1 to 2 inches in diameter. Now, it's not a guarantee that you will see those concerns, of course. It's a relatively low threat, 5% chance for both, regarding the probability of it occurring within 25 miles around you. Now, tomorrow, this would be day 2, which would be on Sunday. So, tornado-wise, once again, no concern, which is good. Another 5% wind threat and another 5% hail threat. So, the threat's pretty similar today, being Saturday, as it's going to be for Sunday. Okay, so, Renita, you should be weather aware today and tomorrow. Just know it's nothing super crazy. It's not some crazy significant risk or anything like that. But we should still remain weather aware because, there is going to be that potential for a couple of strong to perhaps some severe storms still possible in the region. Okay? But anyways, once again, Renita, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support, my friend. Thank you. It's very, very sweet of you. But yeah, going back to what you were saying, Hoops. Once severe weather season comes to a close, or I shouldn't say a close, I should say a slowdown, because being realistically, severe weather events can happen throughout most of the year. It calms down usually during the winter months, but still, you can have some severe weather events. But yeah, since we're kind of pulling out of severe weather season right now, we're starting to enter a new era of, in terms of tropical activity because, I mean, officially, as of 2 days ago, the Hurricane Center has started their routine updates. So we are now getting fresh new updates from the Hurricane Center. They have officially started their new thing going on here. Their new updates. So we are now getting new daily updates. So we're getting close, man. We're getting real close. And then once hurricane season starts to come to a close, then you start getting winter weather. It's like an endless cycle of fun, guys. It's an endless cycle of fun. You go from winter weather, oh, beautiful snow, chaotic snow, goes into severe weather, this mess. Then you go into hurricane season. So, I mean, it's like you really never have a break. You really never have a break, do you? It's always something, man. It's always something. What's up, Kobe? Saying, should Florence, Alabama be aware for tornadoes? I live in a trailer. So we do have a severe thunderstorm watch for the region here. Tornado-wise, you can see on the watch that they've issued here, a tornado or two is possible. Your main concern, though, is going to be potential for gusty winds and some hail. As of right now, Florence is pretty chill. There's really not a lot going on right now. You can see we have a little bit of rainfall coming through right now, but really not a whole lot going on. South of Florence, though, we do have a warning, and a storm kicking up out here towards like Moulton and Phil Campbell, also Red Bay here, where we do have quarter hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts overall. So I mean, we can't rule out tornadic activity essentially, but the odds are not super high. Definitely not super high. So. Let's see here. Renita says, you're welcome, Andrew, and thanks so much for helping us save. Renita, you're very welcome. I'm glad to help you guys. We love you guys here. I just want to make sure y'all are staying weather aware and prepared and making sure you guys are staying safe. So, but Renita, once again, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Let's see here. I heard day 3 is going to be bad. They haven't updated day 3 yet. At least not that I've seen. Let's take a peek here. We're just going to keep the SPC's page up here, and let's see. Well, we got an enhanced. Oh, wow. Hold on a minute. Yes, indeed, we got a new outlook. All right, let's take a peek at it, y'all. Day 3, there we go. Wow, that's a big enhanced. Holy cow. Yeah, look at that, man. So that goes all the way from... Why does my face look so bright? Oh, my gosh. I look like I'm ascending. So north of Dallas... We got an enhanced. Well, today we have an enhanced. This is for Monday, by the way, guys. So this enhanced risk goes through Oklahoma, through a little bit of like northwestern Arkansas, eastern Kansas, going up into Missouri again. There's no breakdown for day 3. So what I mean by that is, the exact probability for tornadoes, hail, damaging winds is not available right now. That's only available for days 1 and 2. This is day 3 for Monday. So that is not yet available. But my goodness, that's a pretty big risk there, yeah. So we'll definitely need to be weather aware here for Monday. I mean, really, yeah, the next 3 days, we have 3 back-to-back-to-back enhanced risks out here. So, yeah. We'll monitor this. We'll keep you guys updated and stuff. We'll keep you guys up to date. We'll do some nighttime coverage, too, I'm the nighttime guy. I always like to work the night shift here with y'all because, daytime, it's good. I mean, a lot of people are streaming. It's good to have people covering it. But, also we need people at night too, man, People get tired. And then after that, then, like I mentioned, people gotta stream at nighttime too, Anyways, warnings are starting to work their way into western North Carolina. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Asheville, North Carolina, including Canton and Marion. Also Spruce Pine for the next 40 minutes, basically. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail, 0.88 inches in diameter. Let's see. Kobe says, nice, man. Thank you. I'm loving the stream. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Snipers already saying, do I think we'll upgrade it to a 4 out of 5? I don't know, man. We'll just have to see what happens, It's totally up to SPC, and if they decide that they want to pull it or not. And it also depends on models. I mean, if models significantly downtrend, then probably not. But you never know. I mean, regardless, what I always like to say is that you should still be weather aware, just as weather aware, no matter the risk, What's up? Let's see here. Cord? I'm going to call you Cord. I don't know how to say your name right. I'm sorry. Saying, hi, Andrew. I live in Sherman, Mississippi. Just woke up. Our power is out. Ooh, sorry to hear that. What is the weather update? Gosh, what was that? What did I say? Up late? Weather up late? What's the weather update for Tupelo? I'm assuming, is it Tupelo? Or let me pull up what you said here. I'm assuming it's Tupelo, right? So, yeah, you guys up in Tupelo are pretty good at this point. We have a little bit of rainfall kind of rolling through now, but the storm activity, the heavy stuff, is pulling away from you. And what's essentially happening now is that the atmosphere is restabilizing. So the potential for severe weather is rapidly decreasing right now. Yeah, Isaac, it sucks. Let's see. Hope says, I think it's wild how sometimes we get tornado warning. It's like on the other side of the world, completely not in the risk. Yeah, I mean, the SPC outlooks are phenomenal, and I really love what the SPC does. I have no hate against them, but I want you guys to know, even sometimes outside of the risk area, there can be severe weather. It's never going to be 100% all of the severe weather is going to be in the risk area. There is some times where severe weather can happen outside of a risk area. The SPC outlook area is, not saying that, 100% all severe weather will be in this area. It means that the majority, most of the activity is expected to be in an area rather than all of it will be in an area. Does that make sense? So, sometimes you can have, severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning kind of, somewhere just outside of the risk area. I mean, it happens. I've seen it many, many, many times. So just know that, okay? Let's see here. Matt coming in with a $10 super chat, my friend. Thank you so much, dude. Big thank you goes to Matt saying, thanks for all you do. You're very welcome, Matt. I'm glad to help out, man. Thank you so much. Y'all in chat, please give Matt a big thank you for the support. I really appreciate that. Matt, you're a legend, dude. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate your support. All right, let's take a peek at some of these warnings here. I don't think much has changed. Yeah, these are mostly just 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Hail between nickel size and quarter hail. So this includes, first of all, this is up in northern Mississippi. This includes Grenada, including Coffeyville, Calhoun City, Houston, not Texas, Mississippi. And then, of course, we work our way into Alabama. We got a couple of warnings out here. One towards Vernon, one towards Sulligent. I think that's how you say that, in Detroit. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, quarter hail. We have a warning south of Florence, tracking eastbound, towards Red Bay, Phil Campbell, and Moulton. And then, of course, we got a big group of mess kind of working its way into western North Carolina now. So, Cheryl says, I purchased a trap for my car to have some protection from hail. There you go. Did I say hair? Sorry, from hail. Oh, man. I need to go to bed. Some protection from hail. Yeah, that's good, though. That's good. Picked it up today around 11 a.m., not getting caught off guard. Hey, I'm glad to see you're prepping. That's good. That's awesome. Definitely glad to see that. And you know what? That could really come and help someday, How crazy the weather can be. Let's see here. Cord says, thanks for watching out for us, Andrew. Yeah, no problem, guys. I got y'all. Hoop says, I thought Friday should have went high, but they had a great... No, the SPC did a good job. They really did. I mean, we did have that 15% significant tornado risk. I think that was fine. To be honest, I mean, like we mentioned, there was a lot of activity, and I feel like they nailed it. I really do. Because, a lot of that tornadic activity that we got was within that 15%. I think SPC did a phenomenal job today. Let's see here. Scott says, hi, Andrew. What's up, man? Hope you're doing good, Scott. Good to have you here. Let's see here. Isaac says, "Hey Andrew, I think the day 3 weather up plate will get upgraded. We'll see, man. Like I mentioned, it's up to SPC and models if they continue trending a favorable. If they trend favorable conditions for a moderate, then SPC will do a moderate. But it's a little hard to tell. A lot can happen between now and 3 days. Still, there can be some uptrends or downtrends in the models. It could look a little worse. It could look a little better. So, who knows, man? We'll have to see. We'll keep an eye on it. But regardless, we should still be just weather aware, See, they can't predict everything. Even the models, weather is very unpredictable. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, models, we really go off of models a lot when forecasting. And models are far from perfect. I like to think of it as we can forecast the conditions in which tornadoes and hail and wind can occur, rather than the specific location of which they occur. Does that make sense? So, we can't say, oh, there's going to be hail here, there's not going to be hail here. We can say that the environment is capable of producing hail here and here, but not here. Does that make sense? So, I like to think of it as we forecast the conditions for these type of nasty weather, overall. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's see here. Let me see. Mother Nature has her own way of doing things. Oh, you know it. You know it. Ice Cream says Andrew's rocking the black leather jacket. Heck yeah, I am, man. I love my leather jacket, dude. It's so comfy. Anyways, all right, y'all want to take a peek at models? We haven't really done that much. Let's take a look at tomorrow, y'all. Let's bring up the models. By the way, if you guys do want to check out this program, we can get you 20% off. AguaceroWX.com. Really, really cool program. Just had to slip in a little segue there. Yeah, let's take a peek at the models, though. Let's pull up the HRRR here. Let's do the 06 UTC run. Let's look at the reflectivity here. Let's just take a peek here real quick. So later today, oh, wow, look at that. So it looks like, by the way, time's in the top right, guys, if you want to look at it. Also, promo code NWW20 if you guys want to get 20% off your first month. Anyways, now that we're through the segue, we do, like I said, it does look like we really start to fire off a lot of storms pretty much kind of mid-evening. Kind of late afternoon, early evening, I'd say, actually. You can kind of see a lot of the activity kicking up here. So this is in Eastern time, by the way. You can see this is 5 p.m. That would be Eastern. So for the region here, this is Central time. Just subtract an hour, so it would really be 4 p.m. Anyways, so whenever it comes to it, you can see that we really do get a lot of cellular development, like a lot of multicellular thunderstorm activity. And like I said, a couple supercells will be possible too. It looks like a lot of that develops, though, like I was mentioning, kind of for the later afternoon, early evening overall. So, yeah, just make sure that you guys are remaining weather aware. Let's take a peek at the lower level wind shear. Let's take a look at that lower level jet here. Let's see what we got going on. Really kind of curious. We're also going to pull a sounding or two. Okay, so we work our way down in time later today. So lower level jets. Here, let me overlay radar too. It's good to have both. Let's see here. We'll do precipitation and composite reflectivity. Let's take a peek here. There you go. To be honest, our lower level jet here does not seem really that significant. So, we're probably not going to see any super significant tornadoes, but we do have, some northerly or some southerlies coming from the south going to the north here, in which, we definitely could see, some tornadic activity there. I could see it. Let's pull up our mid-level jet here. 500 millibar. I'm going to overlay the radar again here. Yeah, so our mid-level winds here, you can see, are a little bit stronger, of course, to the east, westerlies going from the west to the east here at about 35 to 50 knots or so. Yeah, certainly is a pretty decent environment, it looks like. Let's see here. Let me see. During hurricanes, some people leave or some people stay home. Yeah, honestly, a lot of the people inland, like for example in Florida, I know this is completely irrelevant to severe weather, but so like during hurricanes and stuff, a lot of us like on the interior portion, it's a little bit easier for us to stay home rather than the people on the coast because hurricanes are by far the worst on the coast. Because you have the surges. The surges is like the main part. The winds, believe it or not, the winds is not the worst part of a hurricane. It is the flooding. It is the flooding and the the surges and everything. That's the worst part. Then you got some like secondary big concerns like the wind and the tornadoes and stuff like that. But anyways, a little bit off topic. But yeah, I'm just kind of chiming in on that. Anyways, all right, so let's take a peek here, y'all, up in eastern Tennessee. So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning here in effect for the Tallahassee area here out there for Calderwood, including, let's see here, Tariffville, Belltown, Hopewell Mill. Let's see here. We have Tremont, Elkmont, and Townsend here for see here, quarter hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's pretty much how a lot of these warnings are. Once again, Asheville, North Carolina, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect here. Still laughing on the weather upplate. And you know what? You can get some really interesting words out of me at 4 in the morning, 4 in the morning. This is the time I'd typically be asleep. So my brain is a little bit wired different at this time of the night. Yeah, it'll do that to you. You lose your sanity and you go crazy at night. Did our satellite update at all? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this, man. This updated. The dust did. Fire temp. Oh, there we go. Oh, a geo color works. Yeah, it's just infrared for some reason. Infrared for some reason is like really behind. That's interesting. By the way, guys, y'all want me to do some zip codes for you all? I mean, we can do that while we just kind of watch these storms. I mean, since there's no tornado warnings right now, knock on wood, we still can't roll them out tonight. Like, of course, like I mentioned, that threat still persists a little bit. But when it comes to it, if there is a warning that does get issued, then we'll take a break from it. But I'm more than happy to do zip codes with you guys. If y'all want me to take a look at some areas, if y'all want me to, look at your region and check for severe weather and stuff. Can I look at Monday on the models, says Hoops? Yeah, I could do that real quickly. Actually, I'm going to pull up COD for that one. Yeah, let's take a peek at COD here. Let me see. All right, let's go bring it. I'm actually just going to bring it down here to you guys because I'm really spoiling you guys now by bringing the stuff down to you. Let's go ahead and line that up there. Yeah, I need to make a scene for COD. I still haven't made it on my streaming software. It should be pretty good enough. Anyways, so yeah, for the planes, first of all, let's take a look at the GFS lower level jet here. Oh yeah, you can see that low that does spin up there. Okay, this is kind of early Monday. Yeah, look at that. We have about a 50 knot lower level jet. What's our instability? Pretty capped environment. So storms would have a really tough time developing in that. Here we go. So yeah, for later Monday, you can see how the cap breaks. As we get diurnal heating, as the sun essentially heats up the surface, breaking that warm layer, making the surface warmer than that warm layer. We definitely do, have a pretty good amount of instability here, according to GFS here. Let's actually work it a little bit south. There you go. So you can see a lot of instability builds in towards like the Midwest, Central Plains. Lower level jet stream, we have about 35 knots. I mean, that could definitely support some potentially strong tornadic activity. I doubt any violent activity, but we'll have to see. We'll see. I mean, it could uptrend. Who knows? It could change. Dew points here, we have our mid to upper 60s, even lower 70s. Wow, look at that, mid 70s even, according to GFS. Really rich dew points here, indicating great moisture. You know, so that lower level warmth and moisture is pretty high, and in which that's going to really fuel those storms. Take a look here. What was I going to look at here? I forgot. So we looked at a lower level jet. We looked at the instability. Like I mentioned, pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. Oh, mid-level shear is what I was going to look at here. So our mid-level shear, we have about 40, 50 knots or so. It should get some good storm organization going for Monday. Yeah, you know what? It looks pretty good. It looks like a pretty good environment here. Let's just hope that lower level jet does not increase, because that wouldn't be very good. As of now, it looks like we're about 35, 40 knots of lower level wind shear. But we'll see what happens. Euro, let's see here what Euro shows. Yeah, Euro here. Ooh, okay. Euro does show a little bit of a stronger lower level jet here. Can't grab soundings, unfortunately. Yeah, Euro's environment seems a little bit more potent. You can see the European model kind of suggests maybe a little bit more of a stronger lower level jet compared to the GFS here. I don't know. We'll have to see. You know, we'll keep an eye on it. You know, that's the thing, is that, you know, a lot of things can change between now and then. So, anyways, all right. Let me take a look at some of these zip codes for you guys. Chris says, hey, Andrew, happy Saturday. Got looked out with yesterday's storm system as it missed me by a feather and gave other areas some pretty good rain, severe thunderstorms, and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Hope you're doing good, Chris. Glad to see it missed you, man. Tell you. Alrighty. Hoops, I got you, man. First in line. First come, first serve, you know? Hold on a minute. Is it not pulling up? Let me go ahead and refresh. I don't know if that's an invalid zip code or if it's just being stupid. It's just being stupid. Okay. All right. So we got ourselves a level 2 threat here for Monday. Severe weather event. Tomorrow being Sunday, we have a level 1, and today we're good. So yeah, tomorrow we have a level 1 threat being Sunday. We do have ourselves a slight risk level 2 threat here for Monday. So yeah, be weather aware on Monday, as of course, you know, since it's day 3, there's no breakdown right now for the exact tornado, hail, and damaging wind percentage. But we'll keep you updated. Austin wants me to take a look at Bristol to see if you're almost out of it. I got you, man. Let's take a peek at that real quickly. Actually, I think Bristol is pretty good at this point in time. Taking a look at the radar, yeah, Bristol is good. The only thing is that we're going to continue to see a little bit of light to moderate rainfall for the next little bit. So here's Bristol right here, you guys can see. And you can just see this big plume of just, light, moderate rainfall. That's not going to be any severe concern. That's just going to be a little bit of rainfall. Now, there is still going to be a little bit of lightning potential in it, okay? So just don't be surprised if you hear some thunder, if you see some lightning still. The thing is, and what you should note, is that the main line, the initial line of storms is where the danger is really at. And you're already past that. That line is already kind of pushing out of your region here. So, yeah, I mean, you're pretty much good. Just a little bit more moderate rainfall for a little bit longer. Once again, potential for some thunder and some lightning, so don't be surprised if you see that. But honestly, yeah, the severe weather threat at this point in time, it's gone. Because right now the atmosphere right above you is restabilizing. We are building in some cooler, more drier, more stable air. It's a whole new air mass that's starting to kind of push through your area, which is, lowering the potential for those strong storms. So you should be good, man. You should be good. Wonder if storms are going to hit Florence, supposed to. I don't know, man. We'll have to see. I mean, we do have a warning south of Florence right now that we're still kind of watching, but Florence is pretty calm at the moment. We do have a little bit of cellular activity to the northwest, but yeah, nothing big at all. Let's see here. Chris says, can I look at the zip code? I'm just curious for today's Saturday since another round of severe weather is on the table for me. Yeah, I got you, man. No problem, Chris. Let's take a peek at your area real quickly. Bring up today's concern. So you... Is this right? Is this Maryland? So you are in not a concern for today, not tomorrow, or the day after. So you're looking pretty good. Next 3 days, you are looking pretty good. Was it Maryland? Is that the right place? Yeah, that's where it brought it up for me. So Maryland's good. Yeah, the next 3 days we're chilling. We're chilling out here. Let's see here. My area got got lucky thanks to the cap. Yeah, the cap can be a lifesaver sometimes. Absolutely. Let's see here. Cheryl wants me to take a look at the zip code. I'm praying that the cap hangs on, but I don't think it will. Let's take a peek real quickly, Cheryl. Let's see what we got going on out here for you. Take a peek here. Definitely not France. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't think the cap's going to hold on, Cheryl. I hate to tell you this. So yeah, you are in that level 3 threat for severe weather today. So that does give you a 5% chance for tornadoes. So imagine this, within a 25-mile radius around you, there is a 5% chance of a tornado dropping in that radius. Now, in terms of damaging winds, we have a 15% chance of that occurring within a 25-mile radius around you, in terms of that, we could see some gusts between 60 and 70 miles an hour. It will be possible. And then lastly, in terms of hail, we do have ourselves a whopping 30%. 30% chance out there for significant hail, where we are seeing that hail potential actually like 2 to possibly 3 inches in diameter and larger, so that's going to be really your main concern is going to be the hail. But all hazards are on the table. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like that the cap's going to be an issue for storms developing. I mean, if we take a look here at the radar, which I'll go ahead and pull up here for you guys. So hopping on over here to the models. Yeah, I mean, you can just kind of see here how, things really do just... That's weird. Showing 2 color tables there for a second. You can just see how, it should have no problem just breaking through that. And you can see how a lot of the storms will be rolling through kind of for the evening of later today. It looks like initiation of these storms here is going to really kind of kick off pretty much for the later afternoon, early evening, and the big stuff will be rolling through the Dallas-Fort Worth area here, kind of in the evening. I'd say roughly around sunset. I mean, just getting an estimate. This is right around 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We cannot take it, specifically for what it shows, but we can get an idea based off of what it is representing here. It's never a good thing to take it approximately because models they're not that good. They're good, but they're not that good. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. So I just like to imagine what it could look like. Essentially, this is just an example of what it could look like. Anyways, what about Chattanooga? Let's take a peek at Chattanooga. So Chattanooga is pretty good for today. Tomorrow, though, so Sunday, we do have a level 1 threat up in Chattanooga, which does not have a tornado concern. We do have a 5% wind threat here, and a 5% hail threat here. So yeah, a little bit of a concern for some strong storms here for Sunday. Also, Monday, Monday too. We do have a level 1 threat. There is no breakdown for Monday, just for today and tomorrow. But yeah. So between Sunday and Monday, we have a little bit of a risk, a small risk for severe weather, but it exists. It's there. And anyways, Austin says thank you very much. Yeah, no problem, man. I got you. Let's see here. Glenda wants me to take a look at a zip code saying anything bad soon. Well, let's find out. Let's see what we got going on for you, my friend. Let's take a peek here. So, you're up in Tennessee. Okay, so for today... Oh, I hate it when it does that. Hold on, let me refresh the page. Sometimes it's stupid. Sometimes it'll just, like, completely redirect me. Okay, so you, my friend, are good today. You're good tomorrow. And you're good on Monday. The only thing, though, that light green, you're probably wondering what it means. It's a general thunderstorm risk, which means, a couple storms can't be ruled out, but nothing severe is expected in the region. So, No severe weather is expected, Glinda. Although between not today being Saturday, we're good. Sunday and Monday, there is a potential for a few boom booms. So a couple of booms of thunder will be possible for those days. But today, anyways, we're pretty chill. We're pretty good. All right. Do I think Winchester, Tennessee, going to be bad in the next hour? Well, let me take a peek here. Let's see what we got going on out here. All right, so let's see here. Alrighty. All right, so you're kind of getting a lot of the worst of it now. You can actually see this big noodle just under you. This is an outflow boundary or a gust front. Kind of, the cooler air, the downdraft, kind of just pushing a bunch of cooler air from the upper part of the thunderstorm coming down. So you're probably noticing it getting a little windy out there. Now, you can see over Winchester, we do have a cell currently over you. I will tell you now, though, this is not severe. It's kind of multicellular, which is telling me that it's losing its organization as compared to what it looked like earlier. It's definitely less organized. But, yeah, I mean, not currently severe. I mean, we should still be indoors, though, of course, and away from windows because that lightning is still going to be a concern. So, look out there for that. But to be honest with you, it's really not much of a big concern on it. Not really. Just a little bit of gusty winds and stuff like that could still be possible, but currently not warned or anything like that. So, do I think there could be warning? The odds of warnings is going to be pretty low, actually, at this point in time for your area. But we'll see. We'll see. Even if we did get a warning, it would likely be something like 60-mile-an-hour winds, but that's not necessary right now. Alrighty, Sniper, you're pretty good here for, let's see here, let me actually bring up your area real quickly, hold on. Alright, so for today, we do have a level 1 threat. So today's threat for severe weather is pretty minimal. We do not have a tornado concern. We have a little bit of a gusty wind concern, 5%, and a 5% hail concern as well. So then we work our way into tomorrow, being Sunday. We actually have an enhanced risk here for Sunday. And we also do have another enhanced risk here for Monday as well. So there's no breakdown as of right now for Monday, but there is for Sunday. And including for Sunday's risk here, we do have a 10% significant tornado risk here, 15% wind risk here, and a whopping 30% significant hail risk here. Holy super chats. Thank you, guys. Renita and Michelle, thank you so much. Let's see. Renita with the 5, thank you. Saying, Andrew, I forgot to ask, will it be all day or what can I expect? Oh, will it be all day? So regarding, let's bring up the models here. Michelle, thank you so much for the 20 as well. I appreciate it. I'll get to here in 1 second, okay? Thank you. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. So, regarding it, it's likely not going to be an all-day thing, as you can kind of see. It's just kind of one big line that just kind of pushes through here. So later on this morning, kind of early afternoon, you can kind of see the line kind of rolling through. It's going to be like a one-hit storm and done, basically. So, that is what we got going on here. So with that being said, it's just kind of a one type of line, essentially. That's just going to be kind of rolling through. So anyways, hopefully that helps out. Once again, thanks for the 5. I appreciate it. And then going into the next day, you can just kind of see it could be a little bit more persistent for Sunday as it is for today. Today's just kind of a one-hit storm or one-hit line, essentially. And then Sunday could be a bunch of scattered multicellular storms. So anyways, thank you for the 5. Michelle, thank you so much for the 20. I appreciate it. Saying good morning from Thompson, Ohio. Thank you for keeping us alert and safe. Michelle, you're very welcome. Thank you seriously so much for the 20. That is really, really sweet of you. That is greatly appreciated. Obviously, because you helped me out, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at your area real quickly, see if I got anything going on for you. Just as the very least of what I could do to say thank you. So thank you so much. So regarding the risk here for severe weather, today we're good, tomorrow we're good, and yeah, we're pretty good for the next 3 days, severe weather-wise, for you, Michelle. So things are looking pretty good. But thank you once again for the 20. And if there's anything I can do to help out in any form of way, feel free to let me know. But thank you. Thank you, guys. Renita, Michelle, thank you all. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all definitely helped me out a ton. I'm very thankful for you guys. So thank you guys so much. All right. What is this mesoscale discussion, says Cat? Number 883. Let me turn them on real quickly. Here, let's bring you all back over here to radar. Let's see here. Mesoscale discussions. Ooh, is this it right here? 883. Severe potential. Watch issue at 60%. Oh, that's interesting. Long-lived thunderstorm complex continues to move south and east this morning. Strong winds, hail, and a tornado or two remain possible with the strongest thunderstorm cores. A new watch or watches may be needed downstream from existing watches. Long-lived linear MCS continues to move south and east. I'm not going to read the whole thing, by the way. Across the region, isolated cellular convection develop ahead of the line. Line has a history of producing wind damage across portions of East Tennessee. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. I mean, we might need a watch. We shall see. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, by the way. I would have never known because I haven't been looking at mesoscale discussions. So that helps out. Right now, there's no watch in effect for those areas, but we do still have that severe thunderstorm watch for areas like the north, central, or kind of the central and northern side of Alabama here, and kind of the north central side of Mississippi and southeastern Arkansas. This watch is still in effect for about 7 hours until 10 a.m. Central. That's 11 a.m. Eastern here. So 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, large hail events up to 2 inches in diameter possible, and a tornado or two possible. That's across the severe thunderstorm watch, which is the big yellow area here. And then we do have a tornado watch here that expires in about 36 minutes, which, to be honest with you, this is pretty much over with, considering that, you know, the storms are just now south of the watch area. So we're chilling. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning southeast of Florence here for Malton. Is this a de-extension? Yeah, this is a de-extension. Never mind. This is not a new warning. Yeah, we got 6 minutes left on it. They just de-extended this area to the west. But still, Malton is in the warning here. Just a concern for a little bit of gusty winds up to 60 miles an hour and penny-sized hail being possible. You're welcome, Sniper. No problem. Let's see here. Renita says, I'm half asleep. Forgive the typos. Thank you again. No problem. To be honest, I'm not worried about it because I've been messing up my words overnight tonight. So, yeah. It's just because it's late, man. I tell you. It's 4:30 in the morning. I mean, don't worry. You're not alone. Hoop says, don't forget me when you're famous. I'm not going to be famous, dude. I appreciate it, though. I really do. I will never forget you, Hoops. I got you, man. Let's see here. Cat says that's where they're just playing now. No, I mean, I could see it. Here, let's take a peek at the models again. Let's go ahead and bring this up here real quickly. So, I mean, yeah, you can just kind of see that line is going to continue. I mean, it's definitely not as potent as it was earlier. Definitely not as potent as it was earlier. But, you know, it can still pack a punch. And, you know, we definitely should not let our guard down because, you know, there is still that potential. I mean, yeah, I mean, that still continues into the morning here over the next little bit. So, I mean, they did put a 60% chance of that watch being issued. So, I mean, that's a better likelihood that it will than it won't. So, we'll see. We'll see if they do it. Savannah says those 70-mile-an-hour winds are no joke. They hit me earlier in Mississippi. Yeah, they're pretty strong, man. 70-mile-an-hour winds, yeah, is no joke. And they can certainly become a problem. You know, definitely really, really strong. Absolutely. And by the way, guys, like I mentioned, you know, I know we're doing like live coverage and stuff like that right now, and I know we're going over current stuff and everything, but, you know, like I mentioned throughout this live stream, if you guys want me to take a look at your area regarding severe weather over the next couple days, I will be more than happy to help you guys. Okay. Mr. Davis says, what do I think about Wetumpka? Is that how you say that? Wetumpka? I probably said that wrong, but Wetumpka and Montgomery, Alabama. Alrighty, my friend, let's take a look at that real quickly for you. So, here in Alabama. Okay, so this area is not in the watch. We have no current activity going on right now. We do have a level 1 threat for later today, severe weather-wise overall. Same thing for also for Sunday, too. Yeah, so Saturday being today and Sunday, we have a level 1 threats. Monday, we're pretty clear, although we still have a thunderstorm risk, potential for a couple booms here and there. Can't roll it out. But, I mean, today, tomorrow, we're pretty today, tomorrow, we have a little bit of a risk here. Good news, no tornadic activity. It's just going to be a little concern for gusty winds and a little bit of hail for both today and tomorrow overall. So, that is that. Now, Montgomery... yeah, pretty much same thing. Yeah, Montgomery area, we have the level 1 marginal risk here for severe weather, both today being Saturday and tomorrow being Sunday there too. So that is that. Alrighty. Hoop says I keep telling people damaging winds are very large hail can do more damage than some tornadoes. Yeah, I mean, depending the magnitude of the winds, some like MCSs you can get, that really pack a core. I'm not saying this one is, which it's not, but some MCSs you can get, these big, powerful, just bursts of storms, can produce winds in excess of 100 miles an hour. Some of them can. Not this event. Some events can, I'm saying. In which, when you get storms like that, yeah, of course. A lot of straight line winds. I mean, that's like tornadic, like wind speeds. And yeah, I mean, if you have hail on it too, I mean, wind-driven hail is no joke, and it could really pack a punch. It really could. I nailed it. Cool. Glad. I'm glad to see I got it. That's a first. I never get it right, man. I'm not going to check Antarctica, dude. SWS says, how is Elizabethtown, Tennessee doing? Let me check. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's go and bring up our radar. We're pretty good out here. So at this point in time, you can see we do have a little bit of light, moderate rainfall going on, but the severe weather is over with at this point. Reason is because we are starting to reintroduce more stable air mass, So more drier, more cooler ale. That's a new one. Air is working its way into the region here. It doesn't look like it's dry right now, of course, but it's because it's building in. It'll get there. But, yeah, I mean, at this point, the atmosphere is restabilizing, okay? So, yeah, I mean, things are pretty good. Things are pretty good out here. Now, regarding the severe weather today, no risk for thunderstorms later on, no risk for, thunderstorms even. Tomorrow being Sunday, we do have a thunderstorm risk here. So, an isolated boom or two can't be ruled out. And then also for Monday, too. Monday, we have a little bit of a thunderstorm risk. But, yeah, nothing really severe. Since this is passed, your severe threat for the next 3 days is over with. So you're good, man. Savannah says, I didn't get much hail, but those winds, garbage cans were flying. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty strong. Signs were flying. People were flying. What? People were flying into the... Oh! I read that wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, Savannah, whenever you said that garbage cans were flying, signs were flying, and then I read next, people were flying, and then into the gas station. That made... Okay, I'm sorry. That made me think that people were literally flying. I'm like, what? Anyways. I was hitting at spotting. Gotcha. Yeah, those winds were certainly pretty strong. All right, good night, SWS. Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. All right, let's see here. But anyways, thank you, Mr. Davis. I appreciate it. All right, let's see. We do got a warning in Virginia. Let's see what this is for. This is for Chatham, including Ridgeway, Union Hall, including Grady and Collins. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. Woo, buddy, this one's a little spicy. 1.5-inch hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, I can see... I noticed that. I didn't know it was like 1.5 inches, but I did notice a pretty big core here, just west of Ridgeway, east of Union Hall. Certainly a pretty decent core on that storm there. Let's check velocities, too. Let's take a peek here. Oops. I do that all the time. I forget to put the pen away. Yeah, definitely some pretty strong velocities too, but you got to remember this is also 12,000 feet up. So this is not near ground level. This is a good several thousand feet up, couple miles up. But yeah, 1.5-inch hail is a concern, and also 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts here. That's a pretty big storm there, man, I tell you. Let's take a peek here in western North Carolina. Got a couple storms up here. We have one up by Lenore, Sawmills, and Gamewell. 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny hail. Quarter hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, so right now, oh, look at that. No more warnings for Mississippi or Alabama. All right, man. So we're down to 4 warnings now. That is awesome. That is awesome. What's up, K-Jack? Hope you're doing good. There was one guy who was picked up by a tornado. Whoa, and walked away unscathed. That is crazy. Was that today? Wow. That is nuts, dude. I'm glad they're okay, man. That must be scary. Let's see here. No flying in their cars into the parking. I figured, Savannah. Just when I first initially read what you said, I thought you meant like people were flying. I'm like, that's not good. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, it looks like things are dwindling down a little bit. Things are definitely dwindling down a little bit. We still do got some strong gusts on these storms, so don't get me wrong. These still are. These still are definitely some strong storms, but not currently severe between like Mississippi, Alabama. But to be honest, y'all, I mean, I think a lot of this activity is dwindling down a bit, so that'll be good. So with that being said, I'm probably gonna get to bed soon. I don't really think we need to be here too much longer. I mean, yes, a lot of the activity has died down significantly between, now and earlier it was. So thankfully things have died down a bit. But what I'm going to do, guys, before I roll off here, which I'll be rolling off here pretty soon, once again, if you guys have any zip codes, any area you want me to take a look at severe weather-wise for the next 3 days, throw them in chat. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Kat says, can you breathe normally in a tornado? Because I heard different videos a while back saying it's almost like zero. I don't think you can breathe very good, considering that, there's a lot. Oh, got a new watch. There you go. They did it, man. They pulled the watch. I mean, from my experience being in hurricanes and stuff, it is pretty hard to breathe when there's heavy winds hitting you. So I can imagine that being the exact same for tornadoes. But anyways. But yeah, look at that. They issued a new watch here, which includes a lot of western and ooh, hey, they just keep adding on to it, man. Look at that, man. So we now have a little bit of northern South Carolina, a couple counties in northeast Georgia, central western North Carolina, and southern Virginia in a severe thunderstorm watch here. Would you look at that? We're not going to be here the whole time. Like I said, we're going to roll off here pretty soon. All right, David, I got you, man. Good night, Hoops. Thanks for joining, bro. I appreciate it. All right, let's see here. I got you, David. So you, my friend, so you're good for the rest of the night. You're pretty chill. You can go to sleep anytime. However, we do have a risk later today. We do have, so we do have a slight risk here. This is a level 2 severe weather threat. You are just on the edge of that tornado risk. So we're not really expecting much tornadic activity in the region today. And even if we did, it would likely remain weak and brief. But yeah, the odds of you getting a tornado is not really expected, but very low. Very, very low earlier. So in terms of damaging winds, we do have a 15% risk out there for damaging wind gusts here. Potential for some gusts between 60 and 70 miles an hour. 15% chance of that occurring within 25 miles of you. And in terms of hail, we actually do have, you're right on the edge of that hatch risk here. So, I mean, we could see some pretty large hail later today. It is going to be possible. We'll have to look out there for that as well. Now, tomorrow, so being for Sunday, we have a level 1 threat for Sunday here, which means 2% chance for tornadoes, a 5% chance for winds, and a 5% chance for hail. And then lastly here, we also have a level 1 threat here, almost level 2 threat here for Monday even. So, yeah, I mean, the next 3 days, David, there's going to be potential for severe weather. Today, as of right now, is your highest risk, given that you're in a slight risk overall. What weather program do I use? I use a bunch of them. This one's weather-wise. Let's see here. ICU says I'm in Lenore. Is that how you say it? Lanier, maybe? North Carolina, deep, consistent thunder so far. Let's take a peek at your area. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning, by the way. So, ICU, definitely we need you in indoors, away from windows and stuff. But yeah, I can see it. So yeah, you're in this storm right here. You can kind of see. So this is 460 mile per hour wind gust potential, and 0.75 inch hail. Never mind, you're good. They just canceled it apparently. Yeah, you're good. So, still is a strong storm. Still do need you indoors regardless. But they did just cancel that warning, literally as we were talking about it. So, there you go. There you go. But yeah, so like I said, just still be indoors for a little bit. When thunder roars, go indoors. That's what you gotta do, man. Tell you, lightning is concerning. I mean, even non-severe thunderstorms can, have some pretty good lightning to them, and lightning is pretty serious, All right, sounds good, Isaac. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. Anyways, folks, well, last call for any zip codes here. I'm going to head off here in about 7-ish minutes. Once we hit the hour 45 mark, we will be rolling off here. Okay, so, take this for the last final questions or anything like that. Once again, y'all, I'll be happy to do some zip code forecasts for y'all if you need it. We're here for you. What's up, Banksy? Saying Andrew is a boss. I don't know about all that, man, but I appreciate it. Good to see you here, man. David says, thank you. Keep up the good work. I appreciate it, dude. David, you're very welcome, man. No problem. So, yeah, as of right now, like we mentioned, we can't rule out any more severe thunderstorms or anything like that between Mississippi, Alabama, but currently there's no active warnings between the two states here. The only activity right now that's going on, severe thunderstorm and severe weather warning wise, is in western North Carolina and in southern Virginia with that one severe thunderstorm warning here. The activity is rolling out of eastern Tennessee and rolling into western North Carolina. All right, Cody, got you, man. Let's take a look at a zip code here real quickly. Austin, I'll get to here in a minute, man. Let's take a peek, see what we got going on out here, Cody. So regarding your area, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch they just added you into. So yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to keep it out there for that for a little bit. Have a way to receive warnings, Cody. If you have a weather radio, turn it on. By the way, I recommend you guys do get one at some point. All of you, weather radios are super useful, and it could be life-saving sometimes. So look into investing in one of them. No specific model, just you can find them anywhere, Walmart, Amazon, whatever. But yeah, you're in a watch, so monitor the weather overnight, and have a way to receive warnings. I know a lot of weather apps, they do have automated warnings, which will go off if your area is under a warning. So anyways. But yeah, so given that, outlook-wise, we're good for the rest, like later today. Tomorrow we're good. We have a thunderstorm risk. Yeah. So really the next 3 days, we have a thunderstorm risk, potential for some thunderstorms. But, once this line rolls through, after this line, there's no more severe potential. Let's see here. Austin says, will we get anything crazy anytime this coming week here in Piney Flats like tonight? Let me pull up your zip code. Was there a tornado watch near Etowah, Tennessee? Hold on once. Actually, let me get to you real quickly. I'll get to you in a second, Austin. Hold on, man. Etowah, I don't know if there was a tornado watch in effect here. Or was there? I think there was. Sorry, my brain's just not functioning very well this morning. All right, I got you, Austin. So you, my friend. Okay, so today you're good. Tomorrow, so being Sunday, we have a thunderstorm risk potential for a couple of booms of thunder. Same thing for Monday as well, but no severe weather is expected, Austin. So you're good. Yeah, what you saw tonight was the worst over the next couple of days. Let's see here. Absolutely, Cheryl. Absolutely. Section says I have a weather radio and emergency frequencies and a two-way weather. Good to see that, man. Yeah, they're very useful, man. I tell you, if you guys ever invest in a weather radio, it could really be life-saving. It really could. Because what you can do is you can program them to your county, and you can have it just go off for your county, or you can have it go off for the areas around you too. Very useful. Very useful. The base model I'd recommend is a WR120. I have a couple of them. Actually, behind me, you can see 3 of them on the wall. I used to have a bunch of them years and years ago. I've had those things for probably 5 or 6 years at this point. But yeah, those WR120s I would highly recommend getting. They are really good. I'm not a sponsor. I just care about you guys' safety. I just really want you guys to stay safe during these weather events. So that could be really helpful. We had sirens in Madisonville, but they said it was a heads up for it just in case. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of people issue sirens sometimes. It seems like it's more common from what I've noticed. Like, they've even done it for me back when I lived up in Kentucky. Even if you're in a non-severe storm, I've heard the sirens go off during a storm because they just want you to be aware, which I'm kind of against, to be honest, because they should really only issue those they should really only sound the sirens whenever, there's a really bad severe thunderstorm or a tornado warning. But I have seen it happen before in non-severe storms. People have issued those, or people have turned on the sirens before. Absolutely. Anyways, folks, well, one last call for any questions. Going once, going twice. If you guys have any questions, any area you want me to take a look at, feel free to let me know. So the next thing we're going to do here tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to need coverage tomorrow night, or I should really say tonight going into tomorrow. Let's take a peek at the models real quickly. So times in the top right here for you guys. So we work way down in time. So yeah, later today we have a lot of storms kicking up. I mean, who knows? I might even go live for daytime coverage. We'll have to see. I'm not promising that though. We'll have to just see. It does look like a lot of the activity does kind of fizzle out though overnight. So we probably wouldn't need much overnight coverage tomorrow. Yeah. We'll try to go live. I'll try to go live for you guys for this daytime event. I don't typically go live during the daytime. First of all, because there's a lot of people that's already streaming, and so there's already good out there. A lot of good people streaming out there. We got a tornado warning that just got issued here. Okay, we'll get to that here 1 second. But I do like to cover the nighttime because, there's not a whole lot of people on, for one, because we need coverage. We definitely need coverage. All right, new tornado warning here in effect for Forest Hills and Brevard, I think it is. It appears to be also for, Rich Mountain, Big East Fork, Burnett Siding, let's see here, Cruzo, Ruby City, and Quinlan. Tornado in Quarter Hail. This is a radar indicated threat here. Where's our... Okay, I guess that is our closest radar here. It looks like a lot of blob. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that radar shows that you can actually see that there's the couplet. So the couplet's right here by Rich Mountain. When am I going to get back on? Not too sure, Cheryl. Like I mentioned, I'm going to try to go live later on today for some coverage and stuff. Yeah, Charles, I got you. How bad will it be here Tuesday? Tuesday is a little bit far out right now. We do have an extended risk though for Tuesday. Okay, so this area here, yeah. So for today, we're pretty good. Tomorrow we have, so being Sunday, we do have a level 1 threat for severe weather. Same thing here for Monday as well. Let's see here, Tuesday, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, Tuesday they have a 30% region here, basically an equivalent enhanced risk here for Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee. So this is Tuesday. Then Wednesday we have nothing. Day 6, Day 7, and Day 8 looks pretty clear. Okay, cool. Day 5's clear too. Day 4, yeah, so Tuesday. Tuesday looks pretty active as well. So we'll have to see. K-Jack says your late night coverage is super important, so glad you take the shift when nobody else is on. Yeah, that's a big reason why I do it, because we still need coverage at nighttime. All right, I'll stay on a little bit longer since we have a tornado warning here. It's good to be here, but once this kind of looks a little bit better, then we'll roll off here. I believe this is mostly rural areas here. Include Tuskegee, I'm not too sure I said it. Balsam Grove, Crusoe, and Sunburst is where this is at here. Yeah, so make sure you guys are in your shelters out there. Cody says, is that tornado coming for Gaffney? Let me take a peek here real quickly. No, you're pretty far away from it. It'll likely be gone by the time it gets there. The rotation, anyways, I should say. I've got kids in Weaverville and Rutherfordton, North Carolina. Where's that tornado heading? So it is tracking towards the regions of Brevard. I'm not too sure how you say that. Let's see here. Balsam Grove, Big East Fork, Wolf Ford, Burnett Siding. So those are the areas here that should be in their shelters now. This thing is moving to the southeast, heading towards like Hendersonville, which you guys are not in the warning right now, so don't worry. There's a good chance that rotation will not even exist by the time it gets here. Just given that things are calming down a bit, wind shear is weakening a little bit. It's just not as potent, as it was earlier. But still. Those areas here in the warning here, like Ridge Mountain, Burnett Siding, Big East Fork, Wolf Ford, some regions there do need to be in their shelter. We got 42 minutes on that warning, so we shall see. Shall definitely see. We do got some pretty strong velocities on it, though. The good news, like I mentioned, though, is it looks like it's kind of in the middle of nowhere for the most part. I mean, we do have some, like, little towns in here, but yeah, really little people, which is good, but still. But where the rotation's at now, it seems like it's pretty much rural areas here. I mean, it doesn't look like there's any buildings or anything like that. It's tracking kind of, like I said, east, slightly southeast, east-southeast. Yeah, I mean, like some of these areas here, there's just not many people around these regions, so a lot of it just looks like country, back roads and stuff. Yeah, today was pretty nuts, man, I tell you. It really was. It certainly was. It was pretty active. But yeah, you guys can see where that rotation's at there. So, by the way, if you guys are going to do the radar and stuff, velocity radar, this is a little velocity couplet showing us where we have some rotation going on here. A little bit of rotation happening. A little bit going on. So, yeah, that rotation is between Burnett Siding and Rich Mountain. It is tracking southeastward, kind of towards, like, Big East Fork, like I said, in Wolf Ford. Also, Brevard. This area is actually a city or a little town or something. No, that's a city. Okay. Yeah, you can see that there's definitely some people in this area. But, a lot of this here where the warning is mostly at right now is just back roads and stuff. A lot of wooded areas too, I'd say. Sydney says, I caught you in a calm stream. Quote unquote calm. Yeah, it's been a little active today. But yeah, right now there's no warnings for like Mississippi, Alabama. We're pretty chill over there as of now. Knock on wood. Still got that warning here for the south central side of Virginia for Chatham, Grady, and Gretna. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter hail. How many tornadoes tonight? We had a lot of reports of tornadoes today. I don't remember the exact number. We had a total of 28 tornado reports. Doesn't mean 28 tornadoes. It means that the reports that came in was 28. But you can see, I mean, we've had tornadoes all over the place. You know, we actually had one up in southern New Jersey. We had a long tracked supercell in like southern, south central Indiana. We had a little bit in southeastern Missouri. I believe there was also one in St. Louis, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe that was a radar indicated threat. I don't remember. I don't see a red dot there. You know, worked some of it into southern Illinois, Kentucky even. We've had a couple. Yeah, it's been a pretty active day, man. Oops. I somehow managed to minimize the wrong window. Anyways. All right, let's hop back to the radar. Yeah, the best radar we got is the one up by Morrison. Still rotating, though. You can see it. That little area right in there is our rotation here. Near Lake Logan Road. That's where that's at. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking around here. I mean, I'm not seeing many buildings and stuff. What's this? A little, like... Yeah, like I said, it to me, it just looks like a bunch of back roads and stuff over here. Let me, is infrared? Yeah, infrared's still off. Yeah, I mean, Sydney, it looks like it's rotating a little pretty good. Not on CC, though. No debris signatures, which is good. Hey, if we stay like this, I'll be more than happy. Yeah, you can see where that rotation was there. You can see where it started, and then they issued that. Yeah, they're on it, man. They issued that warning pretty quick after that rotation developed, and it continued. Did they already de-extend some of the warning? They sure did. Look at that. How fast is this thing moving, dude? Maybe east of 35. Yeah, also quarter hail on that warning there, too. Stuff in Kentucky last night was terrifying. Tornado after tornado St. Louis, which is awful earlier. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Do you guys know if St. Louis had a confirmed tornado, or was it just radar indicated? Because I did see a warning earlier. I did see a warning earlier. It was in St. Louis, and I did see, I think they had some hail being observed too. Anyways. Charles says, where are you located? I am in Lakeland, Florida. Love your setup. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for what you do. You're very welcome, man. No problem. Glad to help out, guys. You know, I just always had a thing for weather. I've always loved weather and tracking it. And I've been studying meteorology for years. And, you know, whenever I can help out, whenever I help out, I can, you know. Because, I mean, I usually track it on my own. So it's like, might as well help you guys out, too, you know. Help keep you guys safe and in weatherware. Just so you guys know what's going on, you know. Like right now, we have a total of 5 severe thunderstorm warnings and 1 tornado warning total across the U.S. It was confirmed and fatalities. Oh, that's the one with fatalities, was it? Oh man. Let me hop back here. Did they? Yeah, I don't see a little. Yeah, I don't. I do see a bunch of black blobs over St. Louis, likely indicating between high wind and large hail reports. I mean, just look at all that mess, dude. So yeah, the red ones are the tornado reports. You can see that long track supercell up in Indiana there, and a bunch of scattered tornadoes across like southern Kentucky mostly. Looks like Louisville had high wind reports, or near Louisville. Yeah, I used to live out here, up in like northern Kentucky. Also lived up in northern Virginia too. Looks like Maryland got hit. Looks like Maryland really got hit by winds today too. I mean, you can see it's been it's just widespread. You know, from the Midwest through the plain, or from the Midwest through the Ohio Valley, sorry, and into the Mid-Atlantic region. I mean, yeah, it's wow. Yeah, yeah. Prayers to the families, dude, for sure. That's got to be rough, man. I'll make sure to leave my prayers for you guys. I mean, the good news now is that a lot of it, the worst of it, is over with. But the bad news is that we still have like 4 enhanced risks in a row. Like we have today's enhanced risk, tomorrow's, Monday's, and now even Tuesday's 30% risk, which is equivalent to about an enhanced risk. So, yeah. Baltimore had one? Really? Maryland? I don't see any red dots. I do see a red dot tornado report in southern New Jersey. All right, let's see here. Yeah, so there's that rotation. You can see that. Is it dissipating? Looks like it might be falling apart a little bit, hopefully. Still need you guys in your shelters, though. Once again, towards Big East Fork and Wolf Ford. Also for Blossom Grove. Yeah, we do got a couple of people out here. That's crazy, dude. The zoo got hit, did it? Oh, jeez. I mean, I heard it was bad, but I didn't know it was like that bad. It's terrible. Yeah, well, a lot of the activity out here is done with for now. For St. Louis, we do got more severe weather coming up. Not today. We have a thunderstorm risk today. We're on the edge of it, so we're pretty good. Tomorrow being Sunday, St. Louis does have a marginal risk here. Just outside of that 2% tornado risk here. A little bit of gusty winds, a little bit of hail possible. Day 3... Yeah, so day 3 here for Monday, we do have level 2 threat for St. Louis. And then even in the extended range here for day 4 or for Tuesday, we do have a level 2 threat equivalent too. But yeah, Tuesday, we've got to be weather aware. You know, up across like, you know, Mississippi, Alabama, you know, and Tennessee, including Nashville and Memphis in that level 3. Equivalent, I should say. 30% chance probability. Extended range outlook, so. All right, we got about a half hour on this tornado warning left. I hope they pull it sooner than that. Yeah, given the mountains and stuff. You know, radar coverage is not the best, but from what the radar looks like, it looks like it could be that couplet does seem to be possibly fading out. We'll have to see, though. I mean, warning's still in place. Regardless, we still need to be in our shelters out here. Still need to be. So that includes Big East Fork, Wolf Ford. Yeah, Big East Fork, Wolf Ford, and is it Brevard? Rocky Hill. This thing is working its way here to the southeast here overall. Sydney says, is Indiana supposed to get hit again, Andrew, where my buddy lives? I'm not too sure where your buddy lives, but so Tuesday, central southern Indiana does have a risk for severe weather, yes. Tomorrow, or today we're good. Tomorrow we're good. We got a little level 1 threat for southwestern Indiana here for Monday. But yeah, Tuesday seems to be the next round of potential really big storms in the region there. Charles says that's enhanced in Tennessee on Tuesday. Is that what you said? Yeah, it's equivalent to a level 3 threat for severe weather, yes. It is a 30% chance probability for severe weather. So given it's an extended range convective outlook, It's not necessarily labeled enhanced, but that's basically what it is. It is a 30% chance. Ooh, that's a big warning they just issued here for Alabama. Let's see. 1 hour, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter hail. Interesting. There you go. So that includes Jasper. That's a big warning. Holy cow. Look at the size of that thing, man. Sheesh. That's just... it includes a little bit of Birmingham. Yeah, it includes Jasper. Tuscaloosa's in it. Brookwood, Reform, Aliceville, Hueytown, Oakman, Jasper, Dora, Warrior, Brookwood. So, yeah, we do need to look out there for that. Yep, no problem, Charles. Can I check on Warrior, Illinois? I have a friend who lives there. Yeah, I got you. We do have a severe thunder. Oh, is it? Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Warrior, that's Alabama, sorry. Not too sure. See, it's pulling up these areas. Not too sure. Hey, Charles, do you have a zip code I can do instead? That would be a lot easier. Oh, Alabama. Okay. That's different. Yeah, so this is actually this area is actually in that severe thunderstorm warning here. This one's for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail for Warrior. So, yeah, we do need to look out there for that. Yeah, storms are getting closer. All right, let's go back to that tornado warning real fast, you guys. Let's see. Yeah, there's that velocity couple you can see right there for a little bit. Still got some type of velocity over here by like Big East Fork. Yeah, regardless, we need Wolford, Big East Fork, and Brevard in their shelters here. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, I still can't get over this big size warning we have in Alabama. This thing's huge. But yeah, Tuscaloosa, a little bit of Birmingham's in that warning once again. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter hail. I'll text my buddy around 1 to 2 p.m. Oh, man, that's not good at all. There you go. They updated the warning, you guys. All right, Big East Fork is now outside of the warning. This just now includes Wolford and Brevard. So we got 25 minutes left in that warning. Once that warning gets expired, guys, we're going to roll off here, okay? Oh, I feel like a lot of it has calmed down quite a bit, thankfully. Knock on wood. We're down to 2 severe thunderstorm warnings now and 1 tornado warning. We're getting there. A lot better than it was. Sounds good, Charles. Have a good night. K-Jack says, I'm going to head off. Long day. Thanks for your fantastic coverage, Andrew. Good night, Andrew, Sydney, and everyone. Stay safe. Thank you, K-Jack. I appreciate it, my friend. Glad to be here for you guys. And like I said, we're here. They just canceled that tornado watch, by the way. For like northern Mississippi, that is no longer in effect. So, anyways, but yeah, quarter hail, 24 minutes remaining here, and of course that tornado warning. So yeah, on top of the tornado potential, there is possibility for a little bit of hail too. Let Let's see here. Shwanda says, I'm in Walker County, Alabama. Can you give me any info? Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Let me look here and see what we got going on here. Okay, so this brought me towards like the Jasper area, towards like Dora, Oakman. So this region that it brought me to is in a severe thunderstorm warning. So that is a concern for quarter hail up to 1 inch in diameter, as well as 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts within the storm. So the gusty winds, are expected to get up to right around 60 miles an hour. So what I need you to do, if you're in this warning, obviously be indoors. Don't be outside because of lightning and stuff like that. It's a big concern, and strong winds in this case. So also, once you're indoors, stay away from windows, okay? Because of that lightning and that wind concern. So, yeah, stay indoors, stay away from windows. I mean, you don't have to necessarily seek shelter, given that it's not a tornado warning or a significant severe thunderstorm warning. It's not. So just essentially, go indoors, stay away from windows. Hopefully that helps. Also, speaking of, heads up on Tuesday as well. Tuesday for the region is going to have another day for severe weather. Also today, we have a marginal. Tomorrow, we have a marginal level 1 threat for severe weather. We have a little bit of a break on Monday, but Tuesday, we're right back at it, okay? So just want to give you a little bit of a heads up there. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, no problem, Swanda. You're very welcome. If you have any more questions, let me know, okay? Okay, so we have 22 minutes left, y'all, on that tornado warning here. Like I said, once that's over, we're rolling out here. I need to get some sleep. I'm tired, man. It's been a long day. Ooh. I still haven't been to bed yet either. It's like, oh. Just drags on, man, I tell you. It's been like this here every day. Yeah, I mean, it's that time of the year, unfortunately. We did get a new severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag for Hendersonville, Flat Rock, here in western North Carolina, which does extend into a little bit of northern South Carolina, including Landrum, Inman, Little Chicago, as well as Grambling, Woodfin, and Gowinsville and Glassy. So yeah, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, quarter hail, and a tornado possible tag. Doesn't mean there will be a tornado. It just means that tornadoes are possible. Just to remain alert for a possible tornado. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Let's see here. Hopefully Bloomington stays calm. Which Bloomington? What? Alabama, I'm assuming? Wait, is there a Bloomington, Alabama? Wait a minute. Not Alabama. Indiana, I think. Is it Bloomington, Illinois, or Indiana? Just depends. If it's Indiana, Tuesday, we do need to be weather aware because, yeah, a lot of central southern Indiana is in that level 2 equivalent threat. And then, of course, we do have that enhanced risk out there as well. Enhanced equivalent, I should say. Okay, so let's see here. 20 minutes left. We got Brevard, Wolford. Radar indicator rotation. Nice. Okay. Yeah, hopefully that'll be canceled soon. To me, it looks like it's turning into a lot of straight line winds. But, like I said, given that the warning's still there, we still need to be in our shelters, okay? But we're getting towards the end of it. They did just issue that severe thunderstorm warning to eventually take its place, I believe. Yeah, I mean, on radar, it definitely doesn't look as potent as it was. So, that's a good thing. Indiana,
Good. Okay. So so just let them know about Tuesday. Thanks. I'll let my buddy know for Tuesday. Oh, okay. Not looking forward to it. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's been crazy, man. Bonafide. Is it Bonafide or No, it's not Bonafide. It's Bonafide. Saying, wait, we got more storms in Jackson, Tennessee tomorrow. So Jackson, yeah. So later today, we do have a marginal risk for severe weather, level 1 threat. Same thing for Sunday, being tomorrow too. So today, tomorrow, we have a level 1 marginal. Then same thing for Monday. The next 3 days, you have a marginal risk, but even on Tuesday is going to be the big day for you. Okay. So Bonafide, today you have a level 1 marginal risk. Tomorrow you have a level 1 marginal risk for Sunday. Monday you have a level 1 marginal risk. And then Tuesday you have a level 3 equivalent to an enhanced risk. So, yeah, you definitely should be weather aware, okay? Because we do have a lot of weather coming up. You've been up since 6 a.m. What, about 24 hours almost? Sheesh. I haven't been up that long, but I've been up long enough. Oh, buddy. I mean, at 5 in the morning, sun will be coming up here in a couple hours. Yeah, I need to get some sleep. I love how I just got my sleep schedule back in order. It's always how it goes, man. I always have my sleep schedule. It's like I stay up late to do late night coverage with you guys. Like, I stay up all night. And then once things calm down, I'm like, okay, so then I get back in my normal sleep schedule where I'm awake during the day, sleep during the night, and then something like this happens. It's like, of course. As soon as I get everything fixed. It's just how it goes, man. Hey, but you know what? I'm just glad to be here and help, man. That's what I'm here for. Any tornado threat for Alabama tonight? Very low. We cannot rule out an isolated tornado or two, but the odds are pretty low. The watch that we have in effect here does mention that possibility of an isolated tornado or two. Main concern is going to be just hail and gusty winds. Up to 70 miles an hour possible, hail up to 2 inches in diameter possible. So, and that watch expires in about 6 hours. How bad is Wichita, Kansas for this weekend? Let's see here. Eric, thanks for the $1 super chat. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you, Eric. Y'all in chat, please give Eric a big thank you. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much. So Wichita, you guys are right. Look at that. You're right on the border of the level 1 and level 2 threat. So, I mean, you're close to the level 2 threat. So just be weather aware. We don't have a tornado risk, believe it or not, though. Today, we're pretty clear for tornadoes. We do, however, have a little bit of a gusty wind concern, potential for gusty winds upwards of like 60 miles an hour. Same thing for hail, potential for some hail, possibly upwards of like quarter size. So that's for today. Tomorrow, being Sunday, is a little bit more potent. We actually have an enhanced risk, a level 3 threat, which includes a 10% significant tornado risk. So I hate to say it, tornadoes is a possibility, but given its a hatch risk, there could be potential for strong tornadoes, potentially EF2 or greater. So that's what that means. Now, the wind threat's a 15% non-significant risk, potential for gusty winds, 15% for gusty winds between 60 and 70 miles an hour within the storm, pretty low odds. But in terms of hail, that's going to be like the main concern, right ahead of that tornado concern. 30% significant risk for hail, potentially 2-3 inches in diameter and larger. Okay. So we got to look out there for that. That's for sure. And then working our way into, I hate to say it, man, but here for also, Monday as well, we do have another enhanced risk. There is no breakdown as of right now. Then we go into Tuesday, which Tuesday looks pretty clear. But yeah, I mean, today, low end potential, a little bit of severe storm potential is possible. Tomorrow, we need to be weather aware. Same thing for Monday. Okay, so Sunday, Monday, back-to-back enhanced risks for severe weather. Okay, hopefully that helps, Tommy. Be careful, man. And we'll keep you guys updated, too. Let's see here. But anyways, all right, let's see here. Let's hop back over here to the radar real quickly. We still got ourselves 14 minutes on that tornado warning here. Hopefully they'll cancel that sooner. Because I'm ready to go to bed, man. It looks like, to be honest with you, it looks like a lot of that velocity couplet has diminished. But, hey, man, you know, I play by the rules. You guys should as well. Warning still in place. We need to be in our shelters still. That includes Brevard and Wolf Ford up here in the western side of North Carolina. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more of a couplet anymore, at least from what I'm seeing here. Let me try upper scans, maybe. Let's tilt our radar up a little bit. Yeah, even our upper tilts, I don't see any more. Don't see any more rotation there. So I'm assuming that'll get canceled soon, but until then, remain in your shelters. Eric says, I wish it could be more. Hey, man, you know what? Any little bit counts, and it's greatly appreciated. You know, if I don't care if it's $100, I don't care if it's $1. I am just as thankful. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much, though. Let's see, every little bit helps. Absolutely. Exactly. Shout out for Mitchell County, North Carolina. Line coming through very fast. Well, stay safe out there, Eric. Thank you once again, man. I appreciate it. And would you look at that? They canceled the warning. All righty, man. Well, there you go. No longer a tornado warning in effect. Rich coming in here with a $5 super chat, man. Thank you so much, Rich. I appreciate it. Saying good morning. Any rain/storms for Seguin, Texas? I have no idea how you say that. I'm going to copy it and just paste it in here. It'll help me out a lot more because I have no idea how you say that. Okay, so for you, my friend, so today we do have a thunderstorm risk out there, Rich. So there's a potential for a couple booms of thunder. We're not expecting any severe weather today, though. Texas is going to be a hot spot for severe weather today, especially the Dallas-Fort Worth area here. But your area here, you're in a general thunderstorm risk, which is a potential for storms, but nothing severe today. Tomorrow, same thing occurs. We have another general thunderstorm risk here for tomorrow, potential for just a couple thunderstorms. Same thing for even Monday. Yeah, I mean, the next 3 days doesn't look anything severe for you, but it does look potentially thundersome, I guess we'll call it. That's a new word I just made, thundersome. So, yeah, there could still be some storms, but, yeah, nothing big. Anyways, man, thank you for the 5. I appreciate it, dude. Very, very sweet of you. I really appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you. I mean, like I said, even for the people just hanging out, if y'all could, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and share if you guys could. Just help spread the awareness. It'll be much, much appreciated. We love you guys. We want to keep y'all safe. All right, everybody. Well, since the tornado warning is canceled, I'm probably going to roll off here, man. I need to get some Z's. It's been a long day, man, I tell you. But once again, y'all, we'll keep you guys updated tomorrow. We'll be live for you guys again tomorrow. I'm gonna attempt to go live tomorrow afternoon for live coverage. Don't hold me against it. I'm not promising anything, but I'm gonna try to go live for part of the enhanced because I don't think tomorrow night's gonna need any coverage because I think a lot of the convection fizzles out after sunset. At least from what models like the HRR were showing me. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. That could change. We'll have to see. But I'm gonna shoot for possible coverage in the afternoon, evening. So have your notifications on just in case if I do go live. That way you guys will get notified whenever we do. But anyways, let's see here. Look at Andrew making new words. Yeah. Eric says, I'm going back to bed. Everyone stay safe. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I'm going to bed as well. But I appreciate it, Eric. All right, everybody. Well, you all take care. Thank you all once again for your support. Before I roll off here, I'm going to go ahead and go over the list of donators just for the people who have supported us, just as a big thank you once again. I really appreciate all of you guys very much for everything. So seriously, you all, just thank you all for your help and everything. Thank you for everybody for joining, watching. So a big thank you goes to Renita for the membership and the super chats. Thank you so much, Matt S. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Eric and Rich. I appreciate you guys very, very much. That was our super chats. And then Over here we had, I believe it was Brandy. Yeah, Brandy with the Cash App donation earlier. So thank you so much, guys. Brandy, thank you so much. Once again, Rich, Eric, Michelle, Renita, Matt, I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for the support. That'll help go in towards our programs and help keeping everything running. You guys help keep us afloat. I really appreciate y'all. For the people who have contributed to us directly. So thank you guys very, very much. And, once again, just thank you to everybody for watching, for hanging out. Thank you for the people who've liked, subscribed. Greatly appreciate it. And, all right, everybody. See, thank you for covering when everyone was asleep. It woke me up. Hey, you're very welcome. I'm glad to help. And, like I said, from now on, pretty much, yes, we could still have a couple, isolated severe thunderstorm warnings, and I can't rule out an isolated tornado warning or two overnight, but a lot of the main stuff has ended, but until tomorrow, or until later today, I should say. But for overnight hours, things have calmed down a lot. Okay, but all right, everybody, you guys take care. Have a great rest of your night. Try not to worry about the storms. I get they're a little nerve-wracking sometimes, but we'll get through it, guys. We have a lot of busy times ahead of us, it looks like, unfortunately, but we'll get through it all, okay? All right, everybody. You guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And, alrighty, well, stream's going to head off here in approximately 1 minute, so go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, your family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. And, all right, everybody. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a like and share this if you guys could. It'd be greatly appreciated. And, all right, everybody. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.